Hello, my name is Nathan Peterson, and this is my video submission for Who is Jesus and Why Should We Follow Him? I wanted to talk about a section in Luke chapter 7 when Jesus is anointed by a sinful woman. Essentially, a Pharisee named Simon invites Jesus to his home, and a sinful woman and other people as well get this message. And this sinful woman pretty much drops down to Jesus' feet, starts crying, using her hair to wipe the tears over his feet, breaks a bottle of perfume over his feet. And then Simon the Pharisee says to Jesus, basically, if you knew who this woman was, like you wouldn't, and what she's done, then you wouldn't let her do all this and touch your feet. And then Jesus continues to respond. He's like, well, I walked into your house and you didn't hug me once, and she's kissing my feet endlessly, or you didn't basically welcome me in, and yet this woman is at my feet and just paying so much attention to me fully. And this really characterizes part of Jesus's mission on the earth is the idea of forgiveness. And forgiveness is multiplied when we've sinned so much as well, because we get the idea that this is a sinful woman, and Jesus talks about how much more will this woman love as a result of being forgiven for the many sins she's done, as opposed to the Pharisee who maybe didn't live as much of an outwardly sinful life. We can see from the woman's perspective as well that she didn't have like a house that she brought Jesus towards, whereas Simon the Pharisee did. But the woman's offering to Jesus was full surrender, even though she was a sinful woman. And this gives us an insight to Jesus kind of bringing his kingdom here on earth. It is open to everybody. And a dichotomy that we have in this section is that this is a sinful woman at Jesus' feet. So that's kind of two things that in Simon the Pharisee's mind, it just rings some alarms, right? This one is a sinful woman. Well, this one is a sinful person, and two, this is a sinful woman. And yet Jesus is letting this same person at his feet, getting very intimately close with him. And so that's a concern from Simon the Pharisee. But Jesus' response to this is, no, I have forgiven her many sins, and how much more can she love now that I've forgiven these sins? And talking about hospitality, like he went into Simon's house and he didn't hug him or make good contact with him at first, but this woman has been investing all of her time into Jesus. So we get the idea that Jesus's kingdom is certainly extended to the extremely lost. This woman was extremely lost. We don't know what type of life exactly she lived, but the title of it is Jesus is anointed by a sinful woman. And this just goes to show that, Jesus didn't come here to save the healed. He came here to save the sinned and the sick, and he uses those people as a testimony to this kingdom is open for everybody. I'm bringing it here to earth. Here it is now available to you and anyone who wants to receive it. And the results of that should be from us as believers, and the woman as a believer to then love our neighbor, because our first commandment is love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, and mind. And next is love our neighbors as ourselves. And so I just think this was a really cool passage. I was super pumped when we got the opportunity to talk about a passage that we liked. So I appreciate it. Goodbye. Shalom. Have a good day.